Okay, fam. So, yeah, I did a thing. I know my girl Tasha, she gonna be after me later, but hey, there was a method to my madness, okay? There's method to my madness. Don't come for me. Don't come for my life today. I went to JoAnn's 2 days ago because Snuggle flannel was on sale. And it was $2.99 a yard. When Snuggle flannel is $2.99 a yard, you should buy it. Now the reality is normally I don't buy Snuggle flannel, or flannel for that matter, until Black Friday. And I usually buy that type of fabric Black Friday because Harmony's birthday is 3 days before Christmas, and I always make her pajamas, not necessarily Christmas pajamas, but I always make her pajamas for Christmas. It's just a traditional gift that I make for her. She knows every year, no matter what mom gets her, she's gonna have a brand new pair of pajamas that I've made. But now that I'm making receiving blankets, it would behoove me to stock up on Snuggle fabric. So Snuggle flannel, I don't know. I'm exhausted, people. I've been up all day since 5. So the initial plan was go into the store to see if any of the prints that I showed in the last haul. I only bought some of those. No. I take it back. About a month or so ago, I bought Snuggle flannel. I may or may not have shown receiving blankets that I made out of it. I think I did. But when I bought that fabric, the different ones that I bought, I only bought like a yard or two of each. So the idea was, since my last haul, remember in the last haul, I bought like 5 yards of each. The only reason why I didn't buy the fabrics that I bought previously was because my JoAnn didn't have them. So I went online on Saturday when I found out that it was on sale for $2.99. I went online and I looked for all of them and found most of them and put them in my cart, with the purpose of just ordering it, having it either cut at my store if they had it and just pick it up, or just have it shipped to me. It didn't matter which. But I also found out that Simplicity Fabrics, I really am tired. Simplicity Patterns were on sale. I do not know how to make anything without a pattern. That's just the facts. I am not my mother. My mother was absolutely amazing at getting down in the middle of the floor with her fabric and her scissors and then sit down at her machine, and in a few hours she had an outfit that she could wear to go out and go party. That's not me. I don't know how my mother learned how to sew. I'm going to guess, since she grew up in the 50s and 60s, that she probably had home ec class and they probably taught her how. I don't know, and I can't ask her. But my mother was amazing when it came to a sewing machine. I am self-taught. I just randomly decided one day at 19 I wanted to learn how to sew. Told my aunt about it, just having a conversation, and said, you know what, I decided I think I want to learn how to sew. But I need to get a sewing machine. And she was like, go get my sewing machine. And I'm looking at her like, what sewing machine are you talking about? I grew up in my grandmother's house. So you would think, living in that house most of all of my teenage years, from the age of 10, that I would know if there was a sewing machine in the house. No one ever in the house sewed anything. I never saw a sewing machine. So I questioned her on it, and she told me to go check the table in my grandmother's kitchen. There was a table. Oh, speaking of the table, that's the table right there that used to sit in my grandmother's kitchen. She was like, go look in the kitchen. at the table. And I'm like, it's just a table. She's like, well, no, that's a sewing machine. And I'm like, confused. So I go into the kitchen and I like crawl up underneath it and find out that underneath the table is the sewing machine that had been sitting in my grandmother's kitchen my entire life that I didn't know was there. By the time I got the sewing machine at 19, the machine was already 20 years old. I'm now 49. So that's a very old sewing machine hiding in that there table. And she still works, by the way. She is downstairs in my wannabe foyer. Because my sewing room, my office upstairs, which eventually you will see, is very, very tiny. And I have had to make a lot of concessions in order to try to get that room after 3 years of trying different things. I've had to sacrifice some things, get rid of some things, bring in some things to try to make that room work for me. It's still not, excuse me, the child is calling. What? What? Sorry about that. So the kid came downstairs, and might as well just pause this and continue. In any case, so yes, underneath that machine, underneath that table is a sewing machine. It still works. I use it when a sewing machine, my workhorse, is not working. It is downstairs instead of upstairs because the room is too tiny, and it's very difficult for me to work in there comfortably because the room is so tiny and I have so much stuff in there. That table was just taking up extra space. I actually have 2 sewing tables. The other one I had to put in my bedroom because I needed the space. I'm desperately trying to get this room to be as functional and comfortable for me as possible because I spend so much time in there. And the prayer is that orders come in enough that I'm spending a huge amount of time in there. And I need to be able to move and function. I do not work very well in clutter. It drives me absolutely bananas. It gives me anxiety. I have, especially in this house, kind of learned how to cope with it because though this house is a very nice size house, when they built this house, they didn't build it with adequate storage. So it's not that we don't have storage in the house. It's just not very adequate. It's not functional. And so, and we have a lot of stuff. So with that being said, this house, we've lived here for 3 years now, and it's been that entire time I've been trying to figure out how to make this house work for us. I am currently, as I mentioned, getting rid of things as I'm going through stuff now, trying to get that closet together. I'm finding things and I'm like, why do I still have this? A lot of this stuff was sitting in storage for a long time, so I didn't even realize or remember that I had some of this stuff. So I am trying to go through things that we have and getting rid of stuff. But ultimately, the storage that we have in this house is not functional. So it makes it really difficult for me to be upstairs in the office getting work done when we're talking about 2 embroidery machines, a serger, a sewing machine, and very soon a heat press. 3 walls, 1 closet wall, a desk, and then storage cubes. So needless to say, this sewing machine has to stay down here. If for some reason I need to use it, I can easily plug it up, roll a chair up, and do what needs to be done. Because that machine right there still works, and she's pretty darn fast. A heck of a lot faster than my up-to-date machines, which is kind of crazy. But old singer, baby, old singer. In any case, so with all that being said, I decided that since the flannel was on sale, I would try to get the fabrics that I already bought that I didn't have a lot of, so that I'd be able to at least be able to list and say that I have 5 or 6 available of the receiving blankets, rather than just one. So I found them online, and then the patterns were on sale. And since I cannot sew without a pattern, I only buy them when they're on sale, because patterns are expensive as hell, people. We're talking $15 to $30, $35 on a... Yeah, no. Kay is not spending that kind of money. It's just, it makes 0 sense to me. So when any of the patterns go on sale, 99 cents to $1.99, I will go buy, and I typically will stock up. I did not necessarily, well, as I'm looking, I did not necessarily do that this time. I mean, the limit that you could buy is 10, and I am very good about going in there and swooping up 20. So, I went in to get patterns, baby patterns specifically, because I 2 weeks ago was in JoAnn. I thought that the patterns were on sale, and I know I saw them on sale, but it must have been like a doorbuster and I missed it. So the patterns that I pulled out that I wanted to get for the Etsy shop, I listed them, which is typically what I do, because I can find 20, 30, 40 patterns that I want to buy easily. And so I usually list them in my phone, in my notes. And then as time goes by, I just go and buy them and collect them all until I get everything. So I did that. And since they were on sale, I decided I was going to go for sure, go get the patterns. And then I would look and see if, because I was going to a different JoAnn, one of my other JoAnns. I have 2. I'm in between 2 JoAnns. I would go and look and see if they had some of the flannel that I already bought that I wanted to buy more of. And if they did, great. If not, then I was going to order it on the website. So that was what I did. So let's talk about what Kay bought. First off, I bought this. This was just strictly on a whim. I saw it. It looked kind of cool, and I thought, oh, that would be a nice little blanket for a little girl. Kind of different, which is what I tend to like. I like to grab things that are not the norm. You will come to find I'm not someone who tries to do what everyone else is doing. I mean, I do to an extent. I think in this business, we all kind of do the same things. We all make unicorns. Everybody makes a unicorn shirt. But the unicorn shirt is different depending on who's making it. But sometimes things that are not typical will catch my eye, and that's what I buy. So I bought that. This was something I had put in my cart on the website because I saw it, and I think I had seen it once before, and it caught my eye, but not enough for me to grab it. And then I saw it on the website again, like recently, and then I saw it on Saturday night, and I was like, no, that fabric is calling me. I need to buy it. So I bought this really pretty, I guess we can call her Bambi, fabric. I'm loving this color right here, which is why, well, actually, I'll tell you, I did 2 things. I originally grabbed it and was like, I'm going to buy this and I will match it with a purple or something or other. And one of the things that I did in this particular shopping haul, because I really wasn't trying to spend a lot of money, because like I had said before, I need to stay the heck out of JoAnn's. I had decided the most important thing was to buy the print fabric because it disappears. And I can always buy the backing, the solid color backing later, because they never run out of that stuff. It's this that's important. And I'm not looking to necessarily sit down right now and make 6 blankets. That's not what I'm planning to do. I mean, if I start getting random orders, that would be great, and then I'll go and buy. But right now, I just want to make the ones that I already have and I have backings for, and then maybe in a couple of weeks or so, when next time it goes on sale or whatever, I'll buy the solids so that I can do the backings for these. So in any case, I bought this thinking originally like a purple of some sort, right? And then as he was cutting it, or rolling it out to cut it, I noticed this teal color in here started to stand out for me, and I thought, oh, that's really pretty. So I immediately disappeared from the table, the cutting table, and which was the aisle right directly behind me was the solid flannel. So I went and I grabbed this, whoops, and thought that would be really pretty, right? It pulls it out, makes it pop. And then as I'm standing there talking to the guy, I thought about this, which kind of matches it, but pulls it out even more. So these three are going to go together. So in other words, what's going to happen is I'm going to make one blanket with this backing, and then I'm going to make another blanket with this backing. And so that'll give me 2 different blanket options to sell. Ha! 2 listings, 1 fabric. That's how we do it, people. That's how we do it. Moving right along. So the last haul, I said I only bought 1 yard of this because I didn't necessarily feel like it was going to be something that was really going to sell and be popular. And then you guys said something about it, and I looked at it again and thought about it. So I went out and bought more, because you know what? I'm probably crazy. It wouldn't be the first time. I'm sure it won't be the last. So I went and bought more of this. I did not buy the solid backing. I will do that later. But I did buy more of this just simply because I want to be able to at least offer 3 to 6 blankets. I'm not sure. I don't remember how many years I bought of this. I think 4, and I had already bought 1 or 2 the last time. So that would leave me with 5 or 6. So yeah, I bought that. I bought more of this. I don't think you guys saw this. This is from the original haul that I bought. The little elephants. I'm going to embroider an elephant on here. And then to match, I bought, oh wait, I take that back. So to match it, I bought this pink. See? And then actually I bought that same color pink, forgot until I looked at it right now, for this. So that'll be the back for that. And then I had to buy more black cotton because I'm making mask for my niece. It's an order, and God love her. She's like, I know you're busy. Don't worry about it. Just whenever you get to it, get to it. And I actually made one and went to start making the other one. And I'm very concerned because the design she wants on it, I don't know how to place it inside in Brilliance so that it will, basically what it is a floral frame that'll frame the mask. But the mask that she wants me to make is a mask I don't make. I don't like them. That's why I don't make them. I make the flat mask with the pleats, the 3 pleats. She wants the one that has the line down the middle that's kind of shapes your face more. And she wants the floral frame. And I don't know how to take the floral frame design and tweak it so that I can kind of, the top of the frame and the bottom of the frame, I don't know how to take it from this to like kind of this direction. I don't know how to do that. So I bought more because I used up the last of my fabric that I got from kidscustomdesigns.com. I had used the last of that for the mask that I made for her. So I went and bought some more so that I can do a different type of mask that's somewhat similar, but it doesn't have the line down the middle, so that maybe I can embroider it that way, because my concern is the way the mask that I made that she requested, it has extra fabric right around here. So when I lay it flat on the hoop, that center where that line goes, where it connects, it buckles like this and it ruffles up. And so there's no way the embroidery machine is going to be able to do that. I'm going to have to like take it and stretch it and maneuver it. And then, that's a lot of work, people, as you know, I'm sure. And I'm just not feeling it. So I'm going to try something else to see if I can make that work. So, oh, that's not all the fabric. I was about to say, so that's all the fabric, but I say that that's our last. So hold on, because like I said, I don't like clutter. I'm a little anal retentive and psycho when it comes to stuff like that. So I'm going to throw this back in the bag really quick. And then, so I bought this. Can you see it? Let me get it a little closer. The cute little bunny. Is she upside down? Nope. The cute little bunnies. And I'm going to match it with this. So my goal and plan with this fabric, and I only bought a yard of each because I'm only going to make one outfit. One, because this fabric was 25% off and it's already like $14.99 a yard, which I don't do. So it cost me like $10 a yard. I don't spend that kind of money, people. But I want to make a romper out of this fabric. And I firmly believe that it's going to be absolutely adorable, because I'm loving this fabric design against the bunnies. This is stuff I normally would not buy, by the way. I normally would not buy this. This is not what I usually buy. But I'm not usually making baby stuff. And now that I am, I'm starting to see things differently. So nonetheless, I bought this. I'm going to match it with this, and I'm going to make the cutest freaking little romper, and then I'm going to list that puppy, and then, yeah, I may buy more when it's on sale so that I can offer more than one. Yeah? All right. So I've got that. Didn't buy a lot of fabric. See, don't come for my life, people. I didn't buy a lot. Ultimately, everything I bought was probably about $150 to $200 worth of fabric and patterns. And I spent $97. I just love to see how much it would have cost if I bought whatever I bought at regular price and what I actually spent. I get a big kick out of seeing the dramatic discounts that I get off of when I'm shopping for things. So, you know, I buy $500 worth of stuff and I only pay a dollar. Chihuahua. Only pay like 100, 150. That kind of stuff just brings me joy. Okay. Patterns. So I have some baby patterns around the house because I have a kid and I have nieces and nephews whom I consider my kids. But I don't have a lot. So, I did a little stock up on baby things. So here is the first baby fabric. Jesus, the first baby pattern. I have one something similar to this, but this offers up things like the little romper, little jumper right there that I don't have a pattern for. At least I don't think I do. I could be wrong. This one is the one that I need to. Ooh, I see you not focusing. Rude. Show the people what we got. There we go. I think that's better. This one is the one that I bought in the wrong size, not realizing it because it was just laying on the counter and I saw it and just grabbed it. I didn't even pay attention. It's a large, which is not a bad thing that it's a large, but I would rather have a small. Truthfully, I'd rather have them both. But I'd rather have a newborn small, medium size, because I know that size would sell better. Not that this wouldn't sell, but that would sell a lot better than the bigger sizes because these are more, this is more of, a newborn-y kind of a outfit, whatnot. These are the staples of having a baby, a newborn. Okay, I got this one. Again, the little jumpsuits, but I also love the jacket. I think the jackets are adorable. And the caps. I mean, I make beanies already, but I can never have too many patterns of something and, made differently, that I already do. This one. So far, the 3 that I just showed you were patterns that I just saw as I went through the books and bought on the whim. This is one of the ones I specifically went for because I want to make that guy right there. This is another one. No, actually, this is one that I bought on purpose. This is one of the ones off my original list, and it's because of that. This one is another one that was on my list. Isn't she adorable? She as in the dresses. No shade to the baby, but I just meant the dresses. This right here, I mean, I'm just saying, bow! Look at that. Tell me. For real though? Right. And what I plan to make the vest out of, it's gonna be fire. Just saying. Okay, another one off the list as well. I like the jumpsuit. Believe it or not, that's a romper. I know it looks like a dress, but it's actually a romper. And then, wait, let me see if there's another one from my list before I continue on. Okay, so the rest of these are like the first 3 that I showed you. I went through the books just really quick to see if there was something that I was missing. Because I was looking for something specific for myself. And while I was flipping through, I saw things and quickly ran over and grabbed them. So this dress right here, bam! Tell me I will not look spicy in this puppy right here, right? Spicy hot mama in a nice Ankara fabric. Tell me I will not be the bomb. Right. I have Ankara fabric that I bought specifically for myself that's been stashed in the office, in the closet, purposely not being used for anything else. It's for me. It's mine. And I've been wanting to make a dress or a romper or like a shorts romper out of it. There's something specific that I want, shorts romper type situation, but I don't have a pattern for it yet. So I would have to kind of alter the pattern in order to make what I want. And I can do it. I've done something like that before, but that fabric is just too fire to experiment with. So I'd rather find a pattern. But then I saw this and I thought, well, hell, tell me. Listen, Hot Mama USA right here. So yeah, that will be coming eventually. So got this one for myself because I love rompers. And I also like things that go off the shoulders because I'm kind of sexy like that. That one, another cute one. I love, where is it at? I love this whole little like shorts rompery kind of bloomery type little outfit. So she'll be something coming in the future in Ankara fabric. These I just bought just to be on the safe side. Because, you know, African fabric right now is the thing. Everybody wants it now. Speaking of African fabric, let's have a little chit chat for a minute, people. Dear JoAnn, you have no business charging $29.99 a yard for African fabric. Have several seats in the back row. Carnegie Hall has plenty of seats for you to choose from. Don't trip on your way up the stairs. Stop it. Listen, people, there's zero reason for you to be paying $29.99 a yard for African fabric. I don't care if it's kente, if it's Ankara, or whatever the heck. Don't do it. It's ridiculous. There are other places you can, first of all, JoAnn Fabric, African fabric is not authentic African fabric. That's just number one. Okay. So for them to have something that's not authentic and then be charging $29.99 a yard, that's just ridiculous. So let's just make it back right now. Let's just make it clear. Don't do it to yourselves, girls and boys. Don't do it to yourself. It's ridiculous. It's highway robbery. Don't do it. There are places all over the internet, and most likely, depending on where you live, I'm not going to say that. Depending on where you live, there are stores, little specialty boutiques ran by Black folks who sell the fabric, and they will sell it cheaper than $29.99. So don't do that to yourself. Don't give JoAnn that money. We give them plenty of money as it is. Let's not give them money for that, because that's just wrong. Just it's wrong, and it's ridiculous. If you're looking for and you need, I have a website that I go to that I buy mine. I've shown you my fabric. You see how amazing it looks. I got that off of a specific website. I'll be more than happy to share the website. We all could be using the same fabric and still come up with something that's different from the other. So I'm not worried about the competition. I know a lot of people, they don't like to share information, and that's totally fine. I get it. But I mean, come on. We all buy from JoAnn. We all end up at some point buying the same fabric that somebody else bought. So if you are looking for a place to get it that is not charging $29.99 a yard, hit me up and I will let you know. I will give you the website. As a matter of fact, you know what? Don't even bother. Don't even bother. I'm going to put it down in the description box for you. How about that? The other place I get mine happens to be downtown LA, because I live in California. But if you're not living here, then my suggestion would be to do a nice little Google search for African fabric stores. I'm sure you'll find, depending on where you live, what city, what state, you'll be able to find something. But I will link down in the description box where I get my fabric online. Don't go to JoAnn and pay that $29.99. That's just not okay. All right, going back. I've done my little rant for the day. Moving on. Okay, so I saw this and thought I better grab those just to be on the safe side, especially because I have a friend who knows people and has no problem saying, oh, Kay can do that. And we just know, because I've already said Kay doesn't do anything without a pattern. So now I have a pattern just to be on the safe side. I also found this one. So I bought this one too, just to be on the safe side. And the truth of the matter is, the jacket was what I saw. That was like, oh, I should grab that. Yeah. So there you go, people. Don't come for my life. I didn't buy a lot, or at least I didn't buy as much as I did last time. But I did. I was very prudent about what I bought. Very intentional about what I bought. And heck, I got a really good deal because, of course, I used every coupon imaginable. So there you go. There's a recent haul. Tomorrow, my pre-order from AJ Blanks comes in. It is not huge that I can remember anyways, but I am excited for it because it's the new nightgowns for babies and all kinds of other fun stuff. So yeah, when that box comes in tomorrow, I'll make sure that I make you a video so that you can see the fun stuff I got. I also had I also bought, just because I'm sitting here and we're talking about what Kay's been spending money on lately. I'm not sure if I have posted in a video yet some of the Ankara outfits I've made for little boys. I use a red and a blue onesie bodysuit for those outfits. And though I have a nice little stash, I don't have, sorry, oh my goodness, I apologize, I told you guys I was tired. I was out of size 12 and size 18 because these were the onesies that I bought before AJ Blanks was a thing. And so I bought like a handful. I didn't buy, like when I buy my bodysuits and t-shirts now, I try to buy 5 of each size, provided that Angela has them in stock, because sometimes she doesn't, because we're all buying all the time. So I try to buy 5 of each size. But I wasn't doing that back then. When I originally bought these onesies, I was just starting out. So I bought of each size, but as I got to the higher sizes, I might have bought like 1 or 2. Like I think I bought like 3 of pretty much all of the sizes except for 12 and 18 month. And then those I used for either my nephews or for an order. So I didn't have any 12s and 18 months. So I did 2 orders, 2 separate orders, because unfortunately they did not have, like if I'm out of red and blue 12 and 18 month, I think, or I'm out of one of them. I have red 18 month but not 12 month, and I have blue 12 month but not 18. So I ordered those, and I ordered a few more of the smaller sizes because I only have like maybe 2 or 3 of them. And I ended up doing 2 separate orders because they didn't have one of the sizes that I needed, one of the 12 months or 18 months, whichever one it was. So I, the next day, went back on the website just to check, and they had some of the whatever color they didn't have, and then they didn't have the other one still. So I ended up with having 2 orders being shipped to me within 2 days. So yesterday I got some, today I got some. So these are the ones that I got. These are the ones that I use. These come from Blank's Boutique. I do I do that all the time. Yeah, these come from Blank's Boutique. Because Angela doesn't sell these. Not this color anyways. Not this color red. And I know that she just started selling red t-shirts and blue t-shirts, but the blue that she sells is like a royal, and I have navy. So when she starts selling these in bodysuits, guess who's gonna just start buying from her? I buy all of my, just in case you wanted to know, I buy all my t-shirts and all of my bodysuits from AJ Blanks, from Angela's site. I don't buy from anywhere else. And it's been like that since she started it. Like I said, before that I did Blank's Boutique. I may have an ARB or 2 around here. I don't think so though. I think it was only Blank's Boutique. And then shortly after, she started AJ Blanks, and then I started buying from her. So I solely buy from AJ Blanks, and I buy a lot. Just saying. I'm totally and fully prepared for sales to just rush on through. I have more than enough to take care of that. So when she starts to sell red and navy, because someday it's going to happen, then I'll buy those from her as well. If you need blanks, ajblanks.com. Go buy what you need. I get all my stuff quick and easily. I mean, days. I said this before. I will keep saying it to y'all people till y'all start to listen to Kay. All right. So here are the navies. I will post what they look like with the outfits or with the pants that I make, so you get a better idea why I went ahead and bought more. So now I'm still short, I think a size 12 month red, I think is what they still didn't have. I will check tonight and see if they have them in yet, and then I will order them. But in any case, Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so tired. Okay. In any case, yes, that is what I have bought this week. Outside of major purchase, I just bought a heat press. Did not think I needed one. Kept saying I have my Easy Press. What do I need a heat press for when I have an Easy Press? I need a heat press. And the more I see it, all of you out there with your heat presses, the more I felt like I needed it and the more I wanted it. And then I washed a bodysuit that I had made to sell, and it got some discoloration. So I was like, forget it. I'll just wash it and I'll use it as a sample. And I took it out of the washing machine and noticed that the vinyl was coming off of it. My glitter vinyl was coming off, which obviously means that my Easy Press either wasn't hot enough or there wasn't enough pressure. And the reality is, if I'm being honest and thinking about it, this was one of my first, it wasn't the first, but it was one of my first heat transfer vinyl projects. And I did not remember that you're supposed to heat press it from the front and then flip it over and heat press it from the back. And I know for a fact that I did not do that. So I'm not surprised that it's coming off. And I know that the Easy Press, I for sure can continue running business and making shirts of my own and whatnot while using it. But the reality is, I'm always looking towards the future for my business. I'm always looking at, okay, but when I get to this point, I'm going to need, and at this stage of the game, now that I'm solely and completely focused on this specific business and I'm pushing it, I would much rather just go ahead and spend the money to get exactly what I know I'm going to need in the future and just already have it, rather than buy something that's going to be like the Band-Aid for now and then turn around and have to re-spend money later. Not that it's a waste of money, because if you don't have it, that's one thing. Like, I didn't have the money when I bought the Easy Press to buy a heat press, because I had just bought the embroidery machine and I had just bought the Cricut maker. But I am in a position where I can afford to buy a heat press. So rather than keep using, and not that I wouldn't use my Easy Press, but rather than keep trying to use this Easy Press and be worried about whether or not the vinyl sticks on an order, I'd much rather go ahead and buy the heat press and have the heat press that not only the heat press that I want, although it's not the one that I want, because the one I want is like $700-800 and we're not going there. But size-wise, it's like, my options are 12 to 15 or 15 by 15 or 16 by 20 or 16 by 24. And because I am, for Hustle Queen, going to be making adult shirts, I just said screw it and bought a 16 by 24. Biggest size I can get. I'm not going to be concerned about whether or not any project I put on that heat press is going to be able to be pressed, because it's already it's the biggest size possible. It's the same thing I did with the Easy Press that I have. My Easy Press is the largest size possible. Even though I'm only doing baby stuff, it's the largest one possible, because I don't just do baby stuff. I do adult shirts for myself. I do them for Serenity. I make Harmony shirts. And now I have Hustle Queen. So I say that to say to you, you're going to be buying equipment as time goes by. We're all going to be upgrading in some kind of way, shape, or form. Plan for where you're trying to go with your business as opposed to where you are with your business, because you're going to outgrow where you are. I mean, that's the goal, right? We want to go further. We don't want to just stay stagnant where we are. A lot of you are killing it out there with orders, and I am kind of just chucking along, but eventually I'm not going to be chucking along. I'm going to be killing it like everybody else. So I want to be prepared for when things get insanely busy around here. I want to be able to not be concerned about whether or not the equipment I have is going to be able to handle the volume of the business that I have created. So think about that when you're looking at what upgrades you need to make in your equipment. Don't think about today, think about the future, because you're going somewhere in your business. That's the whole plan. There's no point in being in business if you're trying to stay mediocre. You're wasting your time. That's a hobby. We're trying to get far. We're running far miles. We're running around the planet multiple times in success. That is what we're doing here. We're not trucking along in space. We're not doing modern dance. Modern dancers, you know, they run in place on stage and that call it dancing. Nope, no shade to the modern dance world. I take it back. No, I don't. But, you know, just saying, we're trying to move far. We're trying to be successful, extremely successful, more successful than we can even possibly imagine. And so plan and prepare for that. Plot, plan, and prepare to be more successful than you can possibly imagine. Because you have no control. God has it all, and he has a bigger plan for all of us. So when the heat press gets here, it won't be here until mid-February because they're on back order. But when it gets here, I will for sure do an unboxing and whatnot. But in the meantime, I'm going to keep using my heat press. Or my easy press. All right, guys, I am exhausted. I'm hungry. My chicken is sitting in the kitchen waiting for me to make waffles and eggs really quick so that I can sit down and eat. So I'm going to end it right here. I will talk to you guys later. I will post this most likely before the next episode of What's Going On with Kay Today, because What's Going On with Kay Today takes a lot more time to edit. Just saying. So, just so that you guys aren't sitting waiting for a video, I will edit this one really quick and I will post it for you maybe tomorrow. And then stay tuned for for episode 3 of What's Going On with Kay Today. Make sure you like, subscribe, leave me a comment, even if it's just to say, hey boo, hey. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye.